Welcome to the podcast Friday Feels, brought to you by the Office of Counseling and Wellness at Berkeley College. I'm your host and personal counselor, Sarah Nickerson. Join our journey with Berkeley students as they navigate the challenges of the current pandemic with strength, creativity, and wisdom. New episodes released every Friday. Thanks for listening. Today, as our guest, we have Maisha Wilson. So, Maisha, we're so glad you're here. We're excited to hear about how things have been going for you. And we usually start by having our guest tell us a little bit about themselves. So, feel free to share whatever you want.
Okay, hello. I am Maisha Wilson. I am 22 years old in my last semester with Berkeley College for my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I am a twin. Her name is Taisha Wilson, and she's also in her last year at Berkeley College with her bachelor's degree for business management. Me and my sister are the youngest of four, and I just, on my free time, I like to just be me, just do whatever it is to do.
Nice. That's great. So, for you, what has been the biggest challenge in the pandemic so far for you?
Well, I have to say, I'm so used to being on site, so everything online, that is my biggest issue because I'm not used to sitting in front of my computer 24/7 doing assignments because I'm so used to just having two online classes and the rest on site just because it'd be
Mm,
too much for me to do everything online with
gotcha.
all the assignments piled up, and I just couldn't do it. And it's still a problem to this day.
Yeah, it's been hard, I think, for a lot of students as we've transitioned to being online, figuring out new ways of doing things and how to make it work. It's tricky for sure. Um, has there been anything that's kind of like helped you with that or helped you to keep you on track?
Um, Yeah, actually, there has been. There was times where, like, when I get overwhelmed, I stop doing schoolwork and just start entertaining myself with crafting. And the crafts I like to do is balloons. I like to play with balloons. I make balloon arches, columns, anything like party decoration with
I
balloons. And
love that. That's awesome. Well, it's like your best balloon creation you've made so far.
columns. I'm still trying to master art.
Columns?
Yes,
Like the one like really tall
yes,
columns inside of your apartment?
yes.
That's awesome. What does your family think about that?
They're actually impressed with it. They like the way it comes out. Of course, I still need some work because I just started it, but they
Yeah,
are pretty impressed with it.
that's awesome. Has there been any positive changes that have taken place for you since the pandemic? Like anything that you feel like um has been like good or surprising to you?
Um, well, I can say being, an injured person, it did help me in that aspect where I can just stay at home when I'm in pain and
Mhm.
stretch out on my bed, relax, and enjoy the heat, or just pretty much taking care of myself indoors instead of having to rush outside to go to school and then sit
Mm,
in a class while in pain. I know pretty much nobody would like to do that, so
right,
that's the part where it helped me a lot.
right. So it kind of helped you to slow down a little bit, it sounds
Yes,
like.
yes.
That's good. That's good. Um, what has helped you to stay motivated or engaged?
Every time I sign in my password, it tells me, you know, be focused because this is the last time you're going to be in school for Berkeley College, so you got to get it done and get it right because then you could graduate.
So, one of the ways that helps you when you're logging into your computer is that you're reminded to stay encouraged and stay motivated. And how do you do that?
The way I do that is just thinking about the day they had commencement.
Hmm. So you think about commencement to help you stay motivated.
Yes.
That's good. That's great. Anything else that has been helping you to stay motivated and engaged?
Um, Pretty much just not letting anyone down. Cause I've came this far with every obstacle I had.
Yeah. Yeah. So like your friends and your family kind of keep you motivated.
Yes.
That's good.
And on top of that, I have a lot of people looking up to me. So I don't want to let them down or think that it's okay to just fail.
Yeah. Who do you feel like is looking up to you?
I know some of my brothers and sisters are, my nieces and my nephews are, and some of my cousins are. So, and a lot of friends
Wow.
that I went through high school with,
Yeah.
they all look up to me. So I have a lot of people
Yeah.
looking up to me. I just don't want to let them down.
Yeah. That makes sense for sure. That's a lot of pressure for yourself. It must feel very stressful sometimes.
No, I look at it as another motivation instead of, oh crap, what to do now? So I just look at it like, okay, this is what's gonna keep me going. Because the longer I do it, the more accomplishments I make, the more they'll be proud, the
Mm,
more they'll be inspired.
nice. Is there anything that you've been doing for self-care that helps you to stay grounded or feel at peace?
Yeah, I like to when I like during the morning, I do the daily routines, right? And then I go and I play
Mm,
in the makeup. Although I don't know what I'm doing, but I try. I play in the
yeah.
makeup, or I'll go and sit on the couch with my machine that massages my back and my neck,
Yeah.
and I just relax, watch the news, and then get back to work.
Nice. So, you said you have a daily routine in the morning.
Yes,
What does that look like?
usually get up, lay there for a little while, look through Facebook or whatever website, and then go to the bathroom, wash up, the normal routines that bathrooms hold. And then I go and sit in the kitchen and make me something to eat. And I sit down on the couch with the machine and eat and watch TV until I start my assignments.
Nice. You feel like having that daily schedule for you has been really helpful?
Sometimes, sometimes
Yeah,
that
keeping you on
don't work.
track.
Yeah, sometimes that don't work out the way I expect it to, but sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay though. I mean, it's good that you know what works for you and that you try to stick to it and stay motivated and stay on track. That's really hard to do when you're working from home.
Definitely.
And then my last question for you is, do you have any encouragement, advice, or resources for other Berkeley students?
More of just don't panic, don't overreact. Do things at your pace, because if you try to do them all at once, you're not going to get anywhere. It's going to be too much and you're just going to
Mm,
slow down. So take your time. Everything is not a rush. Do not panic and do not overreact to a lot of things. Okay, as for like
mm,
this pandemic, do not, do not panic, because this will cause you
mm.
to lose track of what is actually important. And
Yeah,
as for school wise, do not, do not overthink. Do not do too much
yeah.
work at one time. Take your
Mm,
time. It's not a rush. Everything will get done.
mm.
Everything will be okay. Because at the end of the day,
I love that.
you have to deal with that.
Mm. Wise words from Maisha. Well, that's good. Well, thanks for being on the show today. Do you have any last words? Anything that you want to say to anybody? Shout out, anything?
No.
Okay. Well, we are super proud of you and everything that you are doing to work towards graduation and your perseverance and your resilience. And we really appreciate you being on our show today.
Thank you. And it's
You're welcome. Have a good rest of your week.
same. Have a good weekend.
That's all for now. Join us next week for another episode of Friday Feels. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe. Be well.